What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Woodshed, and today we're doing another episode of you guys' favorite series, Fix That Rush. Let's go ahead and get into it. You guys heard me right. We're back. More Fix That Rush episode 12, I believe. 11, 12, something like that. Anyways, whatever. We're not here because I'm good at counting, right? We're here because you guys want to see me upgrade some of this now. As you guys are seeing this event's probably already over, but I'm starting this part in the middle of August. We're here with the Splash Bash. Already up to the 2,300 medals. We will be unlocking the Heroic Torch. I am, well, probably. I don't know. We'll take a look and see what there is to offer when we really hit that point. But as you guys can see, we have a whole bunch of builders, and we got a ton of money. Everything got finished by the end of the last one. We finished the Eagle. We finished upgrading our Dragon Riders. And now we're going to make some more upgrades to our army, right? What I want to do right now is I want to upgrade our balloons. Because I am starting to get to that point where I'm weaving some more balloons into my armies. I want to be able to do that. We're going to go straight for the heroes next. And to no surprise, I'm going to Grand Warden as one. I'm probably going to Barbarian King as two. Oh, man, I could do three of them. I could do my Royal Champion. That's too good to pass up on. I will assign my Builder's Apprentice to her. And that does leave us with two left. Now, I can do something like the Workshop. Get that one tier closer to being max, which I think is actually a pretty good idea if you ask me. So we'll do that. We'll start off this episode, man, with a ton of big upgrades. Nothing else big elixir-wise, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and spend the little bit of excess elixir we got now. Let's go ahead and do that, get some walls out of the way. And now that leaves us 19 million with, God, so many of these things over here to do. So let's take a look, let's do one of these Inferno Towers. Upgrade them to that Town Hall 11 status, right? Level 4, 3.4. That means I can spend a ton on these walls. So let's go ahead and do that. Can I do one more? Am I crazy? I can do two more. Ooh, shit. Do that. Let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to come back when at least 4 of those are done. We might come back with all 5. We'll have to see how the recording time takes. So let's go ahead and cut some more upgrades. Alright, so we're back. We're here. I think we're still in the Splash event. We've already done through all the chests and everything. Main clan absolutely throttled it. You guys might notice something a little different. Alright, you might have noticed something. A little achievement in the top corner. And this might give you a little hint at what it is. What is it? 1,000 free gems just for reaching Master League. And I forgot there's also one for reaching champs. That's going to be something we're going to press to before too long. But as you guys can see, we're here still during the Summer Splash event or whatever it is. Splash Bash, that's it. So we have tons of money because of the chest thing. Right, tons of Dark Elixir out and about. That's why we got so much Dark Elixir, it's not even funny. So because of that, we're going to start with, again, we're going to upgrade a troop first, right? Upgrade what we really need. So what we're going to do is do our dragon. Pretty high on the priority list there. I think relatively self-explanatory too. We are going to go to our heroes next. No surprise. I'm actually going to go... Ooh. Am I? Oh man, we're getting to the point where the Royal Champion and the Archer Queen and King are kind of in that same time frame, right? But I have so much Dark Elixir, it's not even funny. So I'm going to do at least 2 of them. I'm going to do my Queen and my Royal Champion. And with the Dark Elixir I got left over, I'm going to go actually put down a pet level. I'm going to do the Unicorn because she's one of the only ones that will really get used further up the line. And that does leave me with a ton, and I do mean a fucking ton, of gold left, of gold and elixir. So I am pretty tempted here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Man, I'm not going to lie. I am really tempted to put down another hero level, right? Because I think, you know, them keeping up same could be really big. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know, we are going to do that. We're going to 100% do that. 41, 41, 18. The 18 is pretty nice because she's getting closer to that max level, right? Oh, and I did want to do this because I am getting some stuff in the shit in the thing. I'm getting some ores in the pass of this, right? So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna upgrade the rocket spear. I'm gonna do this the 5 levels. You guys know the rules. We do 5 levels, no more. We can do it on anything because, of course, this account does get war farm, so it does keep up ores. Do that. Let's go ahead and collect the ore here too that we did just spend. Ooh, I actually got a whole bunch of this stuff. Let me know in the comment section. Actually, no, I can't do that because you guys. Oh, this is gonna go up after that. That's so bad. Oh, that means I got to make this decision myself. I don't want to do that. In this case, because this account we won't really be spending any money on, I am going to do the spiky ball because later that will become meta if we're using root riders, right? So spiky ball is not a bad thing to have, right? That does leave me 16.2 million gold, which is so fucking much, man. What am I gonna do with this? Jesus. Town hall. I could do a buttload of walls. It doesn't actually sound like a bad idea. Let's do some walls with at least the elixir we have. And let's look at these builder huts because we did already do a couple of them. I need 3 million for the other one to go up a level. 4 million. So that means I can spend 8. Nope. Let me click that. 8. Perfect. Spent almost all of our money. So now let's do a raid, shall we? Alright, so we got a nice little raid here. No surprise, right? We're using our Super Yeti Bomb. Of course, as always, right, we are changing up the army a little bit because Dragon Riders are leveled up and they're actually already max level, unlike the Dragons. We're using a couple Dragons and a couple Balloons to kind of help tank and to kind of help funnel a little bit some of the stuff out of the very start. And then we're just pushing with all our Dragon Riders. This is something you can do at the higher levels, although it's not as consistent as with the Dragons, I don't feel personally. And then we do drop the all the fucking clones. But just say, screw this entire section. It's not going to be here anymore. We do that. We Royal Champion up top, as you can see. And this is going to be a lot of loot. Honestly, the best thing for this entire event that's happened is the extra Dark Elixir you get from the heroes. I almost wish that was a permanent feature they add. If they were going to do that, though, they would have to lessen the amount of Dark Elixir you got from heroes. You couldn't get 2,500, 3,000 every time you killed a hero. That'd be so cool, though. But even if it was just 500 a piece, right? Something a little and get you an extra couple thousand Dark Elixir. I think that'd be so cool and so good for the Dark Elixir economy, but I'm not going to be upset about it while it's here. We're going to net nearly 20k Dark Elixir, actually just over 20k, over 1.3 million normal Elixir, and then 900,000 and some change gold. That seems like a pretty damn good raid to me. So now, let's go ahead and do some more upgrades. Alright, got tons more loot, right? Almost maxed out. Actually, almost all the way around, as wild as that feels to say right here, right? We're going to do some more upgrades, right? So what we're going to do first and foremost, right? We're going to look at the lab. I want to make sure you get that done. Man, Dragons and Dragon Riders are actually both max. That means we are going to start grinding those balloons up. And then from that, we'll start probably working on spells. Just so we have a attack maxed out, right? We're kind of in the ballpark of being able to use our own troops to have to worry about boosting them. That'll be pretty nice. So we're gonna go from that next. Ooh, oh, I'm stocked on glowy ore. Can I use some? I don't know if I've done any this episode or not. You guys won't tell, right? Nobody's gonna say anything. I didn't think you guys would. I thought you guys were cool. Do I want to do that or do I want to do that? I need hello Pippin. How can I help you, little buddy? Hi there, big fella. Let's do the rocket spear because I think that's going to be consistently better value between that and the small upgrade on the electric boots. I'm doing this pre Springtrap rework, and I'm almost scared the electro boots are going to kind of be taken not down or completely away, but I do think they'll get a little bit weaker with the essentially the Royal Champion charge nerf. Not that it'll be a complete nerf, but it'll be a lot harder for a lot of people to do it. So let's see, we have 248,000 Dark Elixir. We're going to do her, we're going to do him. We do have enough for at least one more. Wow, I could really do 2 more. But I don't want to spend the entire episode, or what's left of this, just doing these heroes. I'm only going to do one of them. I don't believe I need my elixir for anything else, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend the next 7 million and some change on walls. Get a whole bunch of those done, and we do have a whole lot of gold, and I mean a not ridiculous amount, but more than I really should be considering. And you know, we really do need to start working on some of these archer towers and stuff, right? And they're 19 minutes, which feels like such a sham. I feel like I should have done those first and just done like all of those in 1 or 2 goes. You know what? So we'll actually do it this way. We actually did get all the builder hubs up 1 level, which is pretty nice. What are the air defenses? Those are a day. We could. Man, I'm not loving the look of a lot of these. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Because what I don't want to do is do something that's going to take a really weirdly proportionate amount of time. So, you know what? Let's do an Inferno Tower. How much is the other one? 3.8. So let's do that. So that means I can spend 10 million gold on some walls right here, basically. Do the 3.8 right here. And because I am fortunate enough to be very blessed in the gym department, as you guys can see, first of all, oh, he actually, when did that happen? Oh my god. I'm actually going to upgrade one of these little no-nonsense things for 10 gems, just to go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm going to probably do that just for the remainder of this episode, just to kind of get some of those out of the way. And I do believe we have one more set of upgrades on this episode, so let's go ahead and cut to that. All right, we're back. We got our last set of upgrades, and as you guys can see, damn, are we full on loot. 19 million apiece. Feels pretty nice, so we are going to jump on that pretty quickly. First things first, I actually am maxed out on clones. I'm tempted to do the invisibility spell, just so that way we're kind of sure that we can have a little bit of variety as far as our attacks go. So I am pretty tempted to do that. I'm also really tempted to do the rage spell, because of course just the increase in extra damage and stuff is what we need. But we are going to do our balloons first. Balloons, we do need to get that maxed out for this town hall, because that is part of the army composition now. We are switching up a little bit going forward, right? We're still doing the Super Yeti Bomb, but I'm doing the Dragon mix a little bit more with a couple loons in front of them. Because as our stuff gets higher level, it'll be a lot easier to incorporate some other troops, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that first. We're going to set that up. We're going to come over here and see what kind of heroes we want to do. I know I at least want to do these 2 because, as you guys can see, just 2 immediate levels, which is pretty nice. I'm actually really tempted to do that Book of Everything on her. I'm not tempted. We're going to do it. We're just going to fucking send it. So that's pretty nice. Do I just double down and send her back to back? Oh, God, that makes so much sense, though. And they're all, like, time-wise, they're all going to be so damn annoying. So, you know what? I am going to just double down on the Royal Champion. We're going to attach the Builder to her. The Builder Apprentice, my apologies. We're going to attach that to him. Come over here. Don't have the loot to do anything. Unless... Oh, no, I'm just shy. Let's see if I can't grab something over here. Because, like I said, I do want to make sure that I'm keeping all this stuff kind of flowing as far as the upgrades go. No matter what they are. And even so, even like a Lassie, even though it's not something that's going to be huge, right? It's something that as we upgrade it, we will notice a difference and it will be worth it. So what are we going to do now? We actually got some decent options now because we actually have a decent amount of elixir. Not a drastic amount, as you guys can tell. The barracks, the dark spell factory, stuff like that, we still can't do, but we do have the option of doing a dark elixir storage or a dark barracks. And you know what? The Ice Golem actually is pretty nice. It's something that we donate a lot for Clan Castles, so I'm actually going to do that. Get that ticked up a notch, too. We'll probably try and go into, like, the Electro Titan for the next one. Again, not something that we really use a whole lot, but something that is nice to have leveled up for the back pocket, right? And now when it comes to these next upgrades, just because it's all gold at this point, I do have a little bit of money I can put into that. But I am looking mostly at these Inferno Towers, kind of get them at a consolidated level. So I'm going to have 2 of those at 11. You know what? We'll actually put them over here. Not like it particularly matters all that much. Wow, actually my Siege Bricks is not far from being maxed out too. That needs 3.8. I have 15, so let's just call it even numbers, 15 and 4. So I can spend 11 million. So let's just go ahead and do that as far as walls go. Do something like that. That actually puts us really close to all Town Hall 10 walls. It's not quite there, but we're getting pretty dang close as far as it goes. So let's upgrade this last Inferno Tower, get that going. And again, because we still have the Goblin Builder, we are going to spend the whopping 10 gems to get that done. Actually, ooh, this is something I should be doing too. Let's level up this guy a little bit. We'll do 2 levels on him. Because 4 hours every day, not a bad upgrade. I don't prioritize the lab assistant, but he is nice to have. So that's something you should put a little bit of money into. But that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to see in the comment section below. I read all the comments. I heart them all. I respond to everything. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, everybody.